Hey guys, it's me David and welcome back to another LEGO Star Wars review. Today I have a very interesting set. It's the Star Wars logo made out of Lego bricks. So the set number on this is 75407. It has 700 pieces. It's going to retail for $60 US. It'll go on sale May 1st of 2025. I'll have links down in the description to lego.com. They're affiliate helps other channels, so if you choose to purchase the set, consider utilizing those links. So yeah, $60, 700 pieces, not a bad price per piece ratio. There is no minifigures in this set. It is exactly what it looks like, a giant Star Wars logo built out of Lego bricks, and I'm not gonna lie, I think it looks pretty cool. I actually have a Star Wars logo just like this that's like plastic molded. My fiance got it for me for Christmas like 2 years ago. I've had that in my office for the last couple years, and now I get to replace it with this because I think this looks pretty good. I like the yellow color scheme. It's not what I pictured in my head when I heard the rumors about this set, but I think it really works. Now on the back, you can see that LEGO's taken full advantage here of the nostalgia. We have the original New Hope poster art. We can see the original Star Wars logo here. It is about 12 inches in width, so it's sizable, not too big, not too small, should fit very well on a shelf. On the side here, you can see there are some Easter eggs within the logo. We'll talk about that here in the in-depth. I love that on the side of the box art, it does say a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. So a lot to like about this set. Is it gonna be a popular one? I don't know. I mean, as a giant LEGO Star Wars fan, this is obviously something I would get immediately. Yes, LEGO has sent this over for me to review, and I appreciate that, but I know that if I didn't get it from them, I would be buying this immediately. That's just how I feel. As someone who collects LEGO Star Wars, it's kind of already an automatic buy, at least in my opinion. I know the Marvel logo was pretty controversial. It came with some minifigures, a $100 price point. We'll see if this sells better. It's $40 less than the Marvel logo was, and it also has no minifigures. So, is this gonna be a controversial set? I do not know, but I do wanna dive in, see what the build experience is like, see what it looks like on my shelf, and let you guys know whether this is a good buy or not. So without further ado, let's go into the in-depth. So when you dive into the set, you'll notice there is 2 instruction booklets, and it's intended to definitely build with at least one other person. The build is perfectly split up where one person can be building the star part and the other person can be building the wars part, and then you can combine the 2 builds. So I think that's pretty neat. And then of course there's a full-on intro in the beginning of the instruction booklet as well. No stickers in this set, which is pretty obvious, but here it is, the Star Wars logo made out of Lego bricks. Is it kind of a Disney cash grab? A little bit. Is it nostalgic and pretty sweet looking? Also a little true. I also have to say, it's actually a very, very fun build. There's a lot of snot technique, studs not on top happening here, more than I was expecting actually, and it's a pretty much one-to-one creation of the logo. Like the angles match up perfectly. It's pretty impressive how the Lego bricks mesh together like that. It's about 4 studs in depth, so not super thick, but just enough so it doesn't fall over. In between the actual characters of the Star Wars logo, you can see there's like little bits of greebling. Definitely reminds me of that greeble bit that you see on the bottom of the 18+ boxes. So I really like that attention to detail. It's not obvious at first glance, but when you look a little closer, there are those fun details. Now, because the 2 sections are built separately, you can actually keep it separate if you want. So you could have it long ways like so. If you want Star Wars a little bit more spread out, it actually adds a cool different dynamic to display the set. Now, as for Easter eggs, you can pull off this top panel revealing an Imperial Star Destroyer and the Blockade Runner or the Tantive 4 being chased, just like the introduction of Star Wars, the original motion picture, A New Hope nowadays. And you can even see there's a little sliver of Tatooine down there. So I love this Easter egg. I think this is a great little inclusion. And in fact, there's actually a little bit of a tease as you're building the set. I didn't notice this until later on, but there is that little micro Blockade Runner in one instruction booklet, and it follows along as you progress through the build. And then the second instruction booklet has the Imperial Star Destroyer like it is in the movie where they're chasing each other. I think that's such a fun little add. Now, as awesome as that Easter egg is, I do think the concept could have been pushed further, including the introduction scenes both from the prequel trilogy as well as the sequel trilogy. So the Trade Federation ship with the Republic cruiser would have been sweet. And then we could have also gotten Kylo's command ship with the First Order heavy transporters coming out. Like, this could have been such an easy opportunity to add this to the logo. So it's a little frustrating that we're not including all of the Star Wars trilogies, because I think they all equally deserve credit within the logo, not just the original, but I understand obviously it all started with A New Hope, so
That's obviously the most prominent and the only Easter egg in the logo, but maybe I'm getting a little bit too nitpicky there. Now, comparing the Star Wars logo, brick built out of Lego, comparing to some other Lego Star Wars sets that are launching at the same time, May 1st of 2025, I have the UCS Jango's Starship here on one end and the Jango's helmet. Both look great, and both also look great with the Star Wars logo. You can see how this can blend into basically any display setup, whether you have like a giant helmet collection, slap the logo in between the helmets. Whether you have a whole bunch of play sets, slap the logo in between those. Whether you have a bunch of UCS sets, slap it between those. You kind of get my point. It looks really good. It blends very well. And there's one last point I want to make about this set. The instructions that LEGO has for this will be provided completely free on LEGO.com, and I see no reason why you can't just brick build this out of your own miscellaneous colored collection, meaning do a multicolored build of this Star Wars logo out of other Lego pieces. Who said it has to just be this yellow color? And then you don't have to buy this set. You can just use your own parts collection. So there you go, a free little idea. I think it would be so cool to see a multicolored or different colors of this Star Wars logo. I will say it does use some new pieces, so keep that in mind.
You know, I got to admit, this is actually a pretty decent set. I like this one. I'm sure there's going to be people out there that say this shouldn't exist, worthless product, should have gotten a normal playset, but I got to admit, I've got a huge Lego Star Wars collection, and this kind of adds to it in a fun way. Yeah, I could go buy a $10, $20 version of this off Amazon, but I mean, this is a bulky, heavy sign, fully made out of Lego bricks, has that kind of Lego brick characteristic that you see on the box. You know what I'm talking about here at the bottom here, the little greebling. I really like this. It's a fun set. Is it worth $60? It's not the worst price to pay for it. I assume this is going to come down in price over time, probably closer to $50, even $40 at times. And if it hits that price point in the $50 to $40 range, I see no reason why you wouldn't want to pick this up if you're a big Lego Star Wars fan. I would say for the casual fan, this is an easy pass, but for the people like me, yeah, this is pretty fun. This is a cool thing to add to your collection. I really do like the idea of making different colors of this because it's so easily possible now to do that, or even a multicolored Star Wars logo. Like, that's kind of a cool possibility. I'm not sure Lego even considered when developing this, but I think it's cool. Now, should you go buy it day one come May 1st? Well, with the gift with purchase and all of that happening, I would say this is actually a set I would put higher up on my list of day one buys. As for later on, after the May the 4th promotional period on Lego.com has ended, yeah, you know, $60 isn't a terrible price to pay for this, but once it hits like 50 or lower, I would say if you're into Lego Star Wars, like really into it, consider picking this one up. I actually like it. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Hope you guys have a great, wonderful day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.